The following is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.
On Road in Lincoln.
There's nothing like the view from the cheap seats.
Good morning, sports fans. Welcome to the Cheap Seats on WLCN 96.3 FM. We are at Joe Ryan Country Financial on this brisk Saturday morning. You can listen to us on the Mixler app or watch us on YouTube. Joe, good morning.
Well, good morning, and thanks for showing up today.
Scott Kirby, Joe Ryan, Lloyd Kirby, Jim Ash, no Jake.
We're missing Jake.
We're gonna have
He's
to get
husking corn.
We are gonna have to get him his own theme song because more times than not,
he's
here
never here.
So
I think he doesn't come purposely so he can get a song about him.
I think so.
You know, like you wanted that nickname that you have.
Oh,
I can't think of the name. What it is?
Yeah,
now.
I can't.
I can't think of what the name is.
That's the only reason why I come. I
can't think of what it is. What is it? Boy, did I give him a long time to hit the button.
Yeah. Joe, it is playoff Saturday. High school football playoffs has kicked off.
Volleyball.
There it is. The volleyball girls are doing well. They just won a regional, so they're advancing. So congratulations to them.
We're getting them in here.
Yeah.
And Monday night, 6 p.m., right? Monday night, 6 p.m., the volleyball team will be playing in the sectional at Lincoln High School.
All right. So get out there and support.
Get out there.
Absolutely.
Pack the gym.
Pack it up. Later on, after our first segment, we will have the Lincoln High School girls golf team on, along with Coach Andrews. So looking forward to talking to them.
It's going to be nice. The
maybe
girls
get a golf tip or two.
Yep, the girls are going to talk about it. And I understand John is going to give us a few tips and demonstrate. He brought a club, going to show us how to hit out of the sand and use a wedge from within 20 yards.
And fix a slice.
Yeah, I think that's next week's program.
Oh, that's okay.
The slice.
Yeah,
I think he eats pizza by the
that's like a 6-week program there. I mean, to fix our golf swing.
It's going to be it's a program. It's not going to be fixed easily.
I love golfing, but after about 4 or 5 holes, I don't love it so much anymore.
You like walking or riding in the cart?
A cart. Yeah. I mean, who walks golf?
You ever put beer in that cart?
That's the only reason why I go, Joe.
Tell us about your last experience. You said you were having a little trouble finding the ball, although you were hitting shots.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
it's just
straight
shots.
as an arrow.
You just couldn't find
too many leaves on the ground,
What color were the ball?
Orange. You'd think you'd be able to see an orange ball just stick out like a sore thumb, but apparently I'm blind in the left eye and can't see out of the other. So
apparently there's not a lot of trees in the fairway, so there's usually not a lot of leaves without a bunch of wind. So
it was windy.
No, it wasn't windy. Okay, just checking.
Yeah, enough about that. How about some World Series baseball? Oh, Lloyd over there smiling, all giggly, all dressed up.
Oh, he's giggly with
Phillies gear.
giggly about something. Now,
I must have said something stupid again, didn't I?
No, you're good.
Okay.
Let's talk about the Phillies a little bit. I didn't see any of the game, but you know what?
Yeah. You know what?
Nice.
I want the Phillies to win. Who wants to see Houston win?
Oh,
the cheaters.
Only them.
The scandal.
The cheaters, the scandal, and they're right back in there. And what's kind of nice for us Cardinal fans? Jim and I were talking before the show came on about we're in it so often as Cardinals that it's nice to have a little of that pressure off where we can watch the game and not have it be heartbreaking or anything.
Yeah.
Just watch the game. That's kind of nice relief this year for us, Jim, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been like that for several years. But, and I'm watching the Phillies, and, we've got half the former Cubs on the Phillies, so that's just like a World Series for Cubs fans right there.
And what's that tell you about your management? Either they're not very good or they don't have any money.
Well, they have money.
Yeah, so they must not be very good because they let all those guys go.
They did.
And I believe that was because of money.
Just think if they'd have kept everyone. I mean, look at all of them in the playoffs. Rizzo, Schwarber, Castellanos.
And did you think
Dave Robertson, the closer for the Phillies now?
And didn't you think when that was going on that, boy, like the 85 Bears, we're coming back next year?
Well,
you know what I mean?
It was 2016, Joe, and it's 2022. So where were they at 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22?
No, I'm saying when you remember and I'm not a big Bear fan, but the Bears were awesome in '85.
Right.
And you thought, boy, they're coming back next year. They'll be back. That's a good team.
It's hard to repeat.
Yeah, and you thought, but they didn't get rid of everybody, did they, back then? I don't think they did.
They were all still there. Just
they got rid of Marshall?
Yeah.
Without Wilbur, that made the difference.
Yeah.
Right there he is. There he is.
That's the show.
And but the Phillies. Let's talk about the Phillies.
Yeah, all right. Weren't they down like 5-0 last night? 5-0.
5-0.
And end up winning 6-5.
6-5.
Yes. Okay. There it is.
So, and I wonder, at the beginning of the season, I wonder if anybody out there knows.
Didn't they struggle? They struggled.
Well, what could they have been to win the World Series, odds-wise?
I mean,
even at the All-Star break, they were probably still $1 zillion.
Maybe 15-1. I don't know.
Oh, more than that. I bet they were 100 and some to 1.
Oh, well, then why'd you ask me?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what they were. If somebody out there knows, they're going to look it up on the internet.
I'm
Call
right.
in and win a prize.
What are you going to win?
You're going to win
Knights Action Park tickets.
Pizza.
You're going to win some pizza. Call us and tell us, what were the Philadelphia Phillies Vegas odds before the season started? Because you would think.
I mean, you're going to have to Google that.
Yeah, you would think that.
And people probably don't really.
So there were some Philly fans that probably went out and go, throw $100 on.
What'd you do, Lloyd? What were the odds? Do you know?
He's trying to win the pizza. Hey, we're trying to have a show here. Maybe get somebody to call in.
Well, we're going to need to know the answer, so Lloyd is looking that up for us. I mean, you can't just throw out a trivia with no answer, Joe.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, good. You're right. We need to know who it is. I just don't want Lloyd to win. Although he is a winner. Look at him sporting his jersey.
I mean, who's on the back of that jersey? Schmidt?
Last week, who was it?
Jim Tomei.
Tomei, look at him. He's got to turn around for us.
The thummy.
Tomei.
It's thummy. Tomei, local guy. Wonder what Tomei's up to these days. You think he still lives up in the Peoria area?
If he does, he probably lives very well.
I think so.
Downtown trick-or-treating today with the mayor.
Oh,
so,
you know what that means? Stale candy.
Stale candy.
Joe Ryan Country Financial.
But I'm going to tell you, the candy is fresh. But it has been in my truck for like 3 days, so it's probably a little cold. But it's fresh.
Oh, it's fresh?
Yeah, I got to get it out of the truck.
What kind of candy are you handing out?
Oh,
like
top of notch. M&M's.
Oh.
Snicker bars, Milky Ways. It's top notch. Well, yeah, they're not full size, bud.
The minis.
Who can afford that?
Teeny weenies.
Yeah, you talk about some things that shouldn't be said on the air. You talk about how expensive everything is. You got to below $50 get a bag of candy.
Really?
Yeah, candy's expensive. Passing it out. It's fun though. If you're not doing anything, just come up and look at all the kids running around there.
Did Mom's candy bowl run out so you couldn't go grab the 3-year-old stuck together?
You know what? I never do that. It's always a class act.
Oh, that's false. Because I remember one year we came up here and your assortment of candy was embarrassing. I can't even believe you even went out. You should have locked your doors.
You didn't show up the year I had passed out donuts, did you?
No.
Well, that was pretty nice. Last year I passed out donuts.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Why don't you do it this year?
Well, it was great, except for it was a sticky mess for all the kids and the parents, which I didn't care about because they're just walking on down the street.
So you just take a donut and throw it in their bag?
Yeah, I let them pick one out of a box, pick it out. They were eating them on the way and stuff. It was funny.
Why didn't you give them the Mellow Cream sack of the game?
That Mellow Cream sack of the game.
Yes.
We still owe that. Can't remember who got that, but we're going to have to remember that.
You just sponsor one game?
Sponsored one sack.
Just one sack.
I got in at half the season. I think we only had one sack, but
that's very nice of you.
Well, the heck, I think it's a Mellow Cream sack. It's kind of fun.
It's fun.
You know what? Who doesn't like to get a sack of 3 donuts for free?
Once again, 3 donuts.
It's a sack. I mean, you want to jam in there.
So you have a family of 4. Well, you don't get a donut.
I'm going to tell you what, the family of 4 did not make the sack. The player did. They get a sack of donuts. Okay. My lands.
All right.
Well,
okay, that's enough of our babbling. We're going to go to commercial.
Tell you what, let's go to commercial. We come back, we'll have the girls golf team on with us, so stay tuned. You're in the cheap seats, WLCN 96.3 FM.
Hollandberry and Bennett Funeral Home was built on a tradition of trust and caring. Located in Lincoln, Hollandberry and Bennett is family-owned and operated, offering loved ones comfortable facilities and caring professionals Chris and Leslie Bennett. Loss of a loved one is one of the most difficult challenges anyone can face, and it's important to have a funeral home you can trust to provide peace of mind while adhering to the highest standards of care. Call 217-732-2638 or learn more at hbbfh.com.
Running errands, shuttling kids to practices, and still have to stop by the store. Sound familiar? At Town & Country Bank, we love seeing our customers, but we know that can't always happen. That's why we make managing your money easy with our mobile app. You can deposit checks, transfer funds, or make payments through your smartphone or tablet. Plus, we offer text banking and an interactive online budget tool to keep you on track. Visit townandcountrybank.com to learn more. Town & Country Bank, side by side, member FDIC.
Have you ever seen somebody treated unfairly because of the color of their skin?
Do you guys know what it means to have white privilege?
What is racism and what do you think about it?
Talk to young children about what racism is, giving them the language to understand it. They can be disruptors. They can shape and shift culture.
We may not always know the answer, but we'll try and help you learn.
You don't have to have all the answers, but that doesn't mean we can't start.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
See, Smokey thinks I'm funny.
Cheap Seats with Joe, Jake, Jim, Lloyd, and Chabadoo on 96.3 FM, WLCN.
Seats, WLCN 96.3 FM. Where are we at, Joe?
We are downtown Lincoln waiting for the mayor to come around trick-or-treating, and we're hanging out at Country Financial. You know what I mean? Yeah. The green and white.
What time is trick-or-treating? 10?
10
o'clock?
10 o'clock, and you didn't have to wear your mask the whole show, but it's fine.
It's on. I busted her out.
It's good.
So you got good candy this year.
Oh, top-notch. Milky Way, Snickers, M&Ms. Okay. Maybe even Heath Bar in there.
All right. Well,
you guys ever had a Heath Bar Blizzard?
Oh, yeah.
Delicious.
Several.
Chocolate ice cream, Heath Bar Blizzard.
Whatever.
There you go.
It's ice cream.
Yeah. Well, we are here with the girls golf team, Coach Andrews. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Nice, wide awake. I like it.
Yeah, wide awake.
Yeah.
Always.
John, is this your first year coaching?
Yes, it is. And
well, short season, huh?
Well, sort of. First year coaching golf.
Okay.
I've coached a lot of sports, but for golf, yes, it's really different. It was very interesting, and I learned a lot, and I really enjoyed it. I had a great group of girls. You know, that makes the team right there. So, but yeah, I learned a lot, and hopefully you can do it next year.
Is this something that was kind of a last-minute thing, or?
It was. Coach Al and I were talking one day, and he just threw it out there to me in his office, and I said, well, let me think about it. I had a couple of days.
Like you got something else going on?
Well, I don't have anything going on.
That's what I thought.
You have to say that, though. You know, let me think about it.
Yeah.
So I said, yeah, I'll do it. And it was a great gig. I really enjoyed it. I mean, some of the days are sort of long when you play 18 holes and it takes you 7.5 hours. That's a little long for golf, but we're working on that. We're working on that, right?
Yeah.
We're going to improve.
In 7.5 hours, it makes them really hungry.
Oh, yeah. Where are we going to eat? That's
the best question, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of hard telling Coach Al no, isn't it?
Well, not for me. I'm an outsider.
Oh. It's usually...
If you're in the building, it's hard to say no.
Yeah.
So...
is that where your specialty is golf, John? Because I know you've done a lot of things.
Well, you're a funny man, Joe. Well, I say I've played for 40 years, and
it shows.
Well, yeah, for sure. Nothing has changed in 40 years, but I can recognize a good swing, or maybe not so good a swing, and go from there. So I've just tried to get them the basics.
Sure.
You know, what's a par, what's a bogey? Really, for some of them, this was their first year playing.
Oh wow!
And it's a very humbling sport, which they will tell you when people are watching and you're hitting your 11th shot and they're waiting for you on the green. You know, come on, girls, pick it up. So it's a tough sport, it really is.
It's because we've been humbled out there a few times, haven't we?
Oh, for sure, yeah.
So you don't play four-man best ball?
No, but we're going to host a tournament next year for a fundraiser. If anybody would like to sponsor a little girls golf, but we're going to have that format, dropout format. I think the teams that came to the sectional really loved our course at the Elks, and
it's a great place.
Oh, really? Yeah, it's easy to get from tee to the green, and like some of the other places, you got to go through the forest and up the hills, and then you still don't know which way you're going. So they really like the course, so I think I can probably get, I don't know, 10 or 12 maybe the first year, which will be our fundraiser too.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you know, this guy's a legend around here, Coach Andrews. Your picture's up in that trophy case in there.
I told them, but they don't believe me.
What year was that? Let's go back in time. 74?
71.
71?
Yeah, Joe.
Wow.
Why say it like that?
Well, I was trying to think about 71. You know,
can't remember back then.
I mean, you're right behind you.
I think the internet had just came in.
No, I don't think so.
No internet back then.
No, but he was one of the Lincoln's all-time greatest athletes coming out of that school. So that's who was coaching you guys. That's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, very cool.
He's a legend around here.
I appreciate that, Joe.
We're not sure about this golf game, but it's better than mine.
Absolutely.
It's better than mine, that's for sure.
So yeah, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Well, I was just saying so.
Yeah, we're gonna roll with through these girls like you tell us who you are.
We got how many here? 5?
Well, we're missing one.
Missing one?
Yeah.
She didn't want to brave the elements, huh? All right, we'll go first down here. Say your name.
Okay, I'm McKinley Stolzenberg.
Okay, and how long?
No.
Dang it. Dang.
How long have you been golfing?
This is my first year.
First year. Have you ever golfed before, just out messing around?
Yeah, my dad and I used to go out when I was littler.
Yeah, and do you like the sport? Or is this something you do to get out of class?
I enjoy it, but like getting out of class is definitely a perk.
I was joking around.
And they miss a lot of class.
That's the thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, what is it, a match? Or
I call it a match.
Yeah.
It's okay. What was your best match this year? I mean, you don't. If you don't feel comfortable saying,
you can say it. We've all done
Yeah,
it.
your
best score.
My best score.
Yeah.
Not very good. I wouldn't even know. On a 9-hole match, probably when I was low 60s.
Yep.
That's probably my best.
That's good.
She improved because she was in the 70s.
I was in the 70s, yes, for sure.
That's better than your dad, isn't it?
I'd like to say so, but no.
Maybe. You never know.
Yeah.
And you're what year of school?
I'm a freshman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you
so
got
there's something to
3
build
more
on.
years with her, John, to
I know,
get her up
yeah.
there in the 40s.
And several coaches told me this fall that, what year is she? She has a great swing. And I said, yeah, she does. She just needs to make contact a little more, that's all. But, yeah, she's a lot of the people came up and told me that, so hope she stays with it.
Well, it's natural. That comes from your dad, right? That swing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you get out of class early and B-dubs. Can me and Joe sign up?
I don't see why not.
You got some pull with Al.
Oh, I do.
Yeah. I'm not going to tell you no.
They don't want to teach me. They don't want me teaching anybody. Did you have a favorite match this year where you felt like, this is, I'm really starting to get to go to this sport?
Our first home match, even though there were tears, looking back on it, it was definitely a turning point in the season for me.
Okay.
Good. And you got better.
Yeah.
We'll see. And you're coming out next year because it was fun.
Yeah.
Well, then he's done his job.
He definitely
Nice
has.
job, Coach.
Thank you. Didn't know him, but thanks.
You had fun and you're going back out again. Coach has done his job.
Well, we typically ask, our guest, your future plans. Well, 3 more years of high school. And do you play any other sports?
Yeah, I'm on the Palms team and I'm playing soccer.
All right. So you got basketball coming up. You ready for that? All geared up towards that?
Yep.
So, all right. You want to give a shout out to anybody?
Nope.
All right.
He's sitting right there.
Yeah.
Nobody listening today? Watching?
Mom and Dad?
I have no idea if they are, to be honest.
Probably not.
Oh, they're up.
All right, who's next?
Izzy Stewart.
Okay, what grade?
I'm a senior.
Senior, and how long you been golfing?
About 6 years.
6 years, okay. Any favorite match or your best score?
It was before Johnny was our coach, but it had nothing to do with the coaches. My freshman year, I shot an 82 on 18 holes. Haven't done that since, but that was kind of like a turning point, like maybe this is something I'm good at or something I enjoy doing.
So what was your average then? If you shot an 82 one time, that's pretty good.
My average was not that low, but this year was a rough year. I took a year off last year. I had tendonitis in my ankle and just wanted to refrain from doing anything too much. And coming back senior year, I kind of had a year catching up to do. I lost my swing pretty much, had to kind of start from zero, and I learned a lot about myself, but it was a rough year. It was a long and rough year.
Golf is a humbling sport.
Very.
Yes.
You think I'm going to do great when you're starting out. Yeah, it's going to be a good day. Then after about 3 or 4 holes, not so good.
Right.
So I mean, you got it's mentally draining.
Yeah.
And we had a kid from the boys golf team tell us it was a nice casual sport. Remember that? Was that out here?
They don't play golf then. They don't play golf. That's not real
He's
golf.
on the golf team.
It starts out nice and casual, and
Yeah.
it turns out to be blood pressure.
So what was the favorite part about the whole season?
I'd have to say the girls. For the past few years, our golf team, we haven't had a lot of girls. My freshman year, there was only 3 of us, and it's been nice to have a group of girls. Everybody's learning. We all kind of went through it together, and just like the bus rides were so much fun, listening to music that Johnny did not approve of, but it was just fun. I really enjoyed the girls.
They're lucky I can't hear very well.
I can't hear anything. It's not very well. You can't hear anything.
Well, Well, that's good. Then he's the perfect guy for this job.
Absolutely.
He gets you to point A and back home.
Right.
Often when you ride that bus, you don't want to hear anything.
You're right.
That's right. What are your future plans?
I plan on attending Bradley University in the fall, and I'm going to double major in international business and Spanish.
Wow.
Wow, that is something that we didn't do. Nice job.
Thanks.
Study.
Study, yeah.
You play any other sports?
Yeah, I dance for football season, and then I'll play soccer in the spring.
All right. Very good.
Yep.
Next.
Well, shout out.
Oh, yeah. I forgot to shout out.
I do have a shout out. My grandpa Denny, because he watches these every day.
Oh, hello, Denny.
We'll call in and win a prize.
Or just call in.
Okay, we're ready.
Okay,
Next.
I'm Emma Baker.
And?
Okay. And what grade?
Oh, I'm a sophomore.
Sophomore. And how long have you been golfing?
A long time.
A long time, since you're just a little kid?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what was your favorite moment this year or score?
Well, my best score was a 93 on 18 holes. And yeah, it was at the U of I Blue course.
Ooh.
And my favorite memory was like the bus rides. There was so much fun. And going out to eat at B-Dubs.
I don't like where this is going.
We should probably tell the bus ride story.
No, we don't.
Oh, yeah, we're hearing a bus ride story.
Girls.
That's the finger on the button.
Oh, that was a good.
He's trying to keep his job.
Funny story.
We hearing a funny story?
Do you want to tell it?
Who's telling it?
Oh, I'll tell it.
No, wait a minute. Wait.
I'll tell it.
Emma was kind of our leader this year on the golf course. She had the most experience, and she kind of kept things together and kept things fun. And, you know, she has struggles too, like anybody else, but look for good things out of her the next few years.
I struggle a lot.
It's all right.
That's
Coach
the beauty
can help
of the
with
sport.
that.
Exactly.
That's why he's here.
Exactly.
So are you telling a story or no?
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I'll tell it. Okay, so we have these new buses that has like an alarm system that you have to click a button in the back of the bus or the horn starts honking. So Johnny had went and told Izzy to go click the button in the back of the bus. Well, we think it's funny when the horn starts honking, so she was just hovering her finger over the stop button.
When I was pressing it, I wasn't.
And the horn was like honking for a good like minute, and it was in the parking lot, and it was so funny.
It's obnoxious.
Johnny was not happy.
Johnny was not happy.
I thought it was hilarious.
And that wasn't the one that was right next to the putting green when we had 20 people, and all of a sudden, and I can't figure out how to turn the thing off. So. Oh boy. Yeah.
Hey, we have a caller that wants to talk to us. Go ahead, caller. Who are we listening to?
Hey, Joe Ryan. This is Mark Stolzenberg, the guy with the nice swing you were talking about.
Oh, yeah. You've got a nice swing. Yeah. I've seen it out there before.
Thank you for mentioning that on there. That's the only reason she is as good as she is nowadays.
I said that. Yep. She picked that up naturally.
I wanted to call him thank you. That was the whole reason for me to call.
All right. Good.
Appreciate you, man.
You got it, bud. I'll see you at the Elks.
See ya.
Well, see, he's listening. Yeah. I didn't think he was listening. So they get on your nerves then just that time, maybe that time. Test your patience.
Well, I really don't have too many nerves left, so it's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
You want to give a shout out to anybody?
No, plans too. Yep.
Well, she's only a sophomore.
Plans? I mean, I plan to play golf for the next, at least through my senior year.
Any other sports?
Oh yeah, I do cheer.
Cheer, okay. Basketball, football?
No. Oh, basketball,
well,
cheer.
We know you don't play
Sorry,
football.
I thought you meant like girls basketball.
All right. Shout outs?
I don't know who's listening. Well, I think my parents are listening. Give a shout out to my parents.
They're listening.
All of Logan County is listening.
Give a shout out to Brad Oscar, my biggest fan, and Jan Bowers for helping me with golf.
Jan knows what she's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, Brad, questionable.
Brad Oscar.
Very, very questionable.
But Jan does know.
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
Next.
Hello, my name's Maren Lockhart. I'm a freshman, and this is my first year doing golf.
First year you ever played before?
Well, I did, that little program out at the Elks where it's like you do golf, you swim, you tennis, and all that fun stuff. I did a little bit of that, but that really just wasn't, it was more so like discover on your own, and then Johnny has really helped me in processing my swing and all that stuff.
So first year, so these girls still kind of raw, where they have a lot of room for improvement.
Oh, sure.
You know, so that's where you step in.
Yeah, but they have good attitudes, and we talk about, you know, keeping in control and your emotions when you're hitting that ninth shot, and everybody's, you know, or you whiff 3 times. And I do have a good short story about this one here, Izzy.
Don't even tell that one. We told the best one.
But anyway, no, once again, they were a great group of girls. They came to, you know, work out. It's a different sport. I can't tell them, keep your head down, you know, like football, Joe. But
can't scream stuff.
No, but you just have to have a good approach. And I teach them what I know.
So what was your favorite match or score this year?
Well, for me, my favorite match would have been when I scored a 57 on a 9-hole, and that was like about how many matches were we in? Like 4 or 5, I want to say.
How would I know?
Memories there. Maybe. It was a memory shot.
What course was it?
U of I Blue, I think.
U of I Blue.
That's good.
It was the one where you had to start all together at the first hole.
Oh, that was it.
That one, yeah. Yeah, that was probably my best. 18 holes, those were brutal and tough, humbling, I can say that. But other than that, yeah, it's probably my favorite match throughout the whole year.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
And I didn't take them to a couple of the 18 holes because it would have been so difficult for them, you know, to walk 18 and play 18, and it wouldn't have been a good event for us. So Emma was the only one that ever went to all of them because she had experience, so I took her. Okay. But then you guys did play a couple of them, and they're tough. They are tough. So.
And you're and you didn't get a swing from your dad. I know that.
No, sir.
He's not a golfer.
No. Yeah, his back is halfway broken. He needs a new knee. He needs a new hip. So it's a miracle if I ever got a swing from him. I think it's just all Johnny right here.
But you're an athlete. You're playing basketball. I mean, in grade school you did?
Yeah, I started playing basketball in 2nd grade. So this year will be about around my 8th year playing basketball.
And doing track?
And I'll be doing soccer instead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, good.
Busy.
And you're going to go back out for golf?
Yes, sir. Yes.
We'll see. Then you
as
guys
long
can
as
build
Johnny's
numbers.
back, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I can't have anybody else.
Hey, I just want to say one thing before I forget. Emma's mom and dad, Danny and Heather, I just want to say special thanks to them because they followed us around the whole season. And sometimes they couldn't get a cart because they didn't get there early enough, so they had to walk the 18 holes. But they would bring drinks and snacks for the girls, and it's always nice to have parents involved like that. So
absolutely.
Thank you very much, Dan and Heather.
There you go. Okay. Yep. And you going to give a shout out to anybody?
Well, I could give it to my dad, but we don't know about that. I'll give a shout out to all the local Lincoln fans who have supported us throughout the years and all of that jazz. So, yeah.
There you go.
That's nice.
And if you guys all go get one more girl to come out, then look at it. Double your numbers for next year.
Well, we started with 8 and signed up, and then they heard I was coaching, so it went down to 5 real quick.
Yeah.
Well, we understand.
But I don't know why.
It sounds to me like these girls are having a lot of fun. You may have about 20 next year.
Well, I don't know if they're available, but I hope we do.
It's a great sport.
Yeah, so I mean, it's got to be, you know, difficult for you as well, you know, coaching, because I mean, I can't golf to save my life, but you know how your swing goes. How do you implement that towards these girls? Because obviously they're all different swings.
Yeah, but basically it's like any other sport. You have to be in the right position to hit the ball correctly.
Right.
And I stress a lot of that. I send them videos, still photos of guys that are in the right position to hit a ball, or gals. So we try to get their swing on the right plane, you know, to get to that position. But as you know, one day to the next in golf, you know, you lose what you did the day before that worked, and you can't figure it out. So we're all in the same boat. I'm there to remind them, you know, you're doing this now, your ball's not, you know, going the way you want it to go, so you need to change this or try it. We tried a lot of different things. So, but they're such good kids, they'd listen, and that's, for a coach, that's a blessing.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Is there anything that they can do on the off season just to, you know, help their their technique and their mechanics.
Well, I asked them to hit 100 balls a day, but I don't know where that's going to be. Yeah, but no, just stay in shape, stay in other sports. Stay active. Yep. And then when it comes around, we'll hit it again.
There you go.
Because they don't all have the opportunity to go out and play every day.
Right. So. Like somebody that runs an insurance company that says financial or retired country financial, they can go golf every day.
As long as they're working.
If they're the boss.
Yeah.
If they're the boss. Did you go every day, John?
No.
No?
I was never the boss.
Well, thanks for being on.
Absolutely.
Sounds like you guys are going in the right direction. Build the program. You ladies had fun?
Yeah.
That's really all that matters. You know what I mean? Have some fun.
So next year, probably a good chance you'll return. Obviously you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Kept you young, kept you humble, and enjoyed just the company of,
Well, I think Coach Al will have to go through his evaluation.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that. Girls, no bus ride.
He's not listening.
Oh, wait, do we have a minute?
Oh, yeah. We
don't need to tell that story.
I do, since this young lady played the goof on me, with the buzzer and it kept honking, and she wasn't pressing it like I told her to. So she's in the sectional.
My most humble.
Teeing off on number 1. Now, this really does take talent. I don't know how she even did it, but she's getting all lined up, she's looking down the fairway, and she takes a swing, and that ball goes 2 inches, Joe. 2 inches. Now, how does that happen?
Well, you obviously didn't hit it pretty square.
Well, you have to just nick it, or your club blows it off.
Club speed.
It was unbelievable. Of course, you had to hit your next one from there too. That was a little embarrassing.
So hold on, the tee went further?
Yes.
Oh, it did.
Did you go under it?
Yeah, and it just kind of plopped. It didn't really go far.
You couldn't do that if you tried.
No,
that's
it's
a trick.
probably never going to happen again.
It's like a magic trick.
Couldn't even take a mulligan, huh?
Yeah.
No mulligans.
No mulligan.
No mulligans in that. That's a trick shot.
Yeah, it was unplanned.
I'm very impressed.
Thank you.
And here's one thing that might help you in golf. This is my only tip for the day. I was on the rules committee that day, and what do I know about golf rules? So we're in a 3-person playoff for the 10th spot, 3 girls. And the one girl first up pulls it to the left over on 1, where the white stakes are. The other 2 down the middle. So we go over there, and here's the stake. And the ball's laying right against the stake. Well, it's in bounds, right? So the coach, who's on the rules committee, he knew the ruling. He knew I didn't know the ruling, probably. He says, hey, can I pull this stake out? I said, yeah, go ahead, take it out. As long as it's on this side of the stake, I thought, well, it's okay. Well, here comes the coach that knows the rules. And I won't say who it was, but you guys know who it was.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
She pulled up. Did they move that stake? I said, oh, no, I'm in trouble. I said, because she's pretty strict. I said, I told them they could move it. You can't move that. She needs to be disqualified. I said, I am not going to disqualify her. I said, we'll just play it from here. It's my mistake, blah, blah, blah. So luckily, she was the first one to go out of the hole. But don't move that white
gosh.
stake.
Especially in that type of situation.
No kidding.
And guess who's not on the rules committee?
Yeah. I didn't want to be on it.
They're talking about you on some other radio station somewhere.
Probably.
And this guy moved the stake and let him hit the ball.
Yeah, and they mentioned your name.
It seemed fair.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's just a stake.
You can't move a tree. You can move a stake.
Next time, just kick the ball.
Well, that would not be good. You can move yellow and reds, but you can't move whites.
Oh, well, that's...
So, anyway.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's a good story.
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming on today, guys. We really enjoyed it and hope to have you again next year. And, obviously you got some work to do. And, golf's a humbling sport.
Yes.
So stick with it.
We had a good coach.
Yeah.
We had a good coach. It's hard having a coach come in when you have habits and you're used to another way of coaching. And it was nice to have somebody look at your swing and look at how your feet placement are from someone else's angle, fresh eyes. And, Johnny was a good coach. It was nice.
And next year, you guys have to sing on here. here, so let's just get that started.
I won't be here.
Pop in and help.
She'll pop in.
Well, we'll have you on. You play other sports, right?
Yep.
Okay. Well, you'll be back.
That's right. You'll be back on. You'll be singing then.
No, gosh. Okay.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
We have to take a commercial break, so we come back. We'll talk football. Jim wants to talk some Bears football. And trivia. We'll do trivia. So stay tuned. You're in the Cheap Seats, WLCN 96.3 FM.
Running errands, shuttling kids to practices, and still have to stop by the store. Sound familiar? At Town & Country Bank, we love seeing our customers, but we know that can't always happen. That's why we make managing your money easy with our mobile app. You can deposit checks, transfer funds, or make payments through your smartphone or tablet. Plus, we offer text banking and an interactive online budget tool to keep you on track. Visit townandcountrybank.com to learn more. Town & Country Bank, side by side, member FDIC.
Hollandberry and Bennett Funeral Home was built on a tradition of trust and caring. Located in Lincoln, Hollandberry and Bennett is family-owned and operated, offering loved ones comfortable facilities and caring professionals Chris and Leslie Bennett. Loss of a loved one is one of the most difficult challenges anyone can face, and it's important to have a funeral home you can trust to provide peace of mind while adhering to the highest standards of care. Call 217-732-2638 or learn more at hbbfh.com.
The central and midwestern U.S. averages more than 850 tornadoes each year, and lately, the number of floods has been rising in the region too. So chances are, there will be more twisters and floods near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are, you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Seats on WLCN 96.3 FM with Joe, Jake, and Shabadoo.
On the phone with us now is Coach Lyons. Good morning, Coach. Oh, just kidding. He's on a bus ride, a 4-hour bus ride south to Benton as it's playoff Saturday, Joe. First round playoffs. Had some games last night. SHG took care of business.
Yeah, I have my SHG shirt on. We got Lincoln folk on that
stuff.
So we got root for SHG.
And you got your Olympia Spartans on now.
Spartans
nice
on for Coach Lyons. We got it.
I don't see our shirts anywhere.
Well, you got to get a little more involved.
I think we've interviewed him this year more than you have.
You need what?
Yes.
Yes. All right, we'll get on Coach Lyons. He'll be on next week, hopefully after a W at Benton.
Yeah.
They got a long bus ride.
A long bus ride down to
About
Benton.
4 hours. Get down and see the Benton Rangers. I think they play at 2 or 3 o'clock today.
You know, Southern Illinois football is just not like, mid-state Northern football. So they may have a hard time with that triple option.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, south of I-80, they consider, that to be Southern football downstate.
Okay.
But I think I think they'll have a good chance because I haven't watched who Benton's play, but they're down there, and it used to be the South 7 Conference. I'm not sure what it is now, but the Rivers Conference or something. But I don't know if they would see option. Not too many teams are doing it. And one little mistake, and pow, somebody's gone. Keep them in the ball game.
Boom, like that. One little mistake.
But so I was going to say, I wrote Benton's record down here. So they're 8-1, so they're very good. And Coach Lyons taking the Spartans down there at 5-4. So let's hope they can get a W.
Let's hope.
Yeah, so that's all we can hope for.
That's all we don't have any control. We can just hope.
If we're talking high school football, I'll just babble a minute. Our ex-conference team, the Mahomet Seymour, they went over and beat Ottawa, or they were at home, but they beat Ottawa 40-14, so they're kind of in control there. Mahomet's a good football team. Did you watch that game?
No.
No, but I tell you what, that's a good football team. They're in 5A.
How'd you watch it?
On the TV.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. But good football team. And they'll play Mahomet now will play the winner of Metamora and Jacksonville. So it'll be kind of interesting to have Jacksonville win that game and see how Metamora does in Jacksonville.
Because that's where State 8 Apollo match.
That's where we're heading next year. Metamora are usually a very good program, though. I don't think Pat Ryan's there anymore, but that's usually a good program. He's not there.
He's at Illinois.
Pat Ryan? Oh, he's at Illinois coaching now. We also
we'll watch him today at 2:30.
Watch him at 2:30 today, and hopefully that's a big W. We'll get to the NCAA. We'll stay in this. That's 5A. We'll go down into 4A. SHG won big, 55-6 over Spring Valley Hall. I mean, you kind of knew that was going to happen. We got and then we talked about the Spartans. I want to talk about in 4A, there's one surprise team here, and that's Macomb.
Yeah, 9-0.
9-0. Now, they switched conferences, so, maybe they're not playing the same quality. I don't know that, but they're 9-0, and they play at home today against QND, who's 5-4, which really, to me, that's surprising.
Yeah, me too, because Macomb struggled the past several years.
Didn't we pepper them a few years ago?
Yeah, we did. Pretty bad.
Yeah.
So I was looking at that too. When I was looking at the brackets, I saw Macomb in there at 9-0, which was very. And I'm from that area, and I didn't even know. So, hopefully they can win a couple of games and meet up with SHG over in Springfield. Yeah. Go up and watch.
Yeah, make a run against SHG.
Yeah.
Well, I went to the first game, the Leonard Bowl this year, and stood on the sidelines and watched that SHG team, and they're loaded. I mean, across the board. And then you got Rochester that's across the field, and they're loaded too.
Yeah.
So that's not any fun. But Rochester will play at home today against Effingham, which I think is another interesting
Apollo
game.
Central State 8 matchup right there. And it is interesting just to see how, they match up to, a team that Lincoln's played. And, we know how Rochester matches up with everyone, and it's pretty favorable for Rochester.
Yeah, Rochester, in that first game of the season in the Leonard Bowl, SHG, I believe they put, the 40-run rule on them. And since then, they haven't been touched. They have rolled through the Central State 8 on everybody, and unfortunately, those two are going to have to hook up
in the semis.
And that'll be an interesting
to go to state.
Yeah, and I will go to that and use my sideline pass there.
Yeah, I will too. I'm going to need that, Jim.
All right.
We'll okay. Anyway, then I want to bring up Coach Shaner, and I don't believe he was in the mood to talk today, so I didn't bring him in. But they played at Rochelle last night and lost in overtime, 42-36, to finish the season. And a great game, and I know they were right on top of it. Could have won the game, but I got to throw a couple of kids out there because you knew these kids when they were here.
Yeah,
his kids.
Yeah.
Tyler's playing quarterback. He was 15 of 24 last night for 193 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Wow.
That's a pretty big deal. He ran 11 times for another $140. on the ground.
I'm still picturing little Tyler. How is this possible?
Yeah, Tyler's got. I mean, if you see a picture of them, they're both about a head taller than Jared. And Jared, he's challenged.
A newborn.
He's challenged with height. Yeah. But you know, that's 250 yards of offense and 3 touchdowns out of that kid, which is incredible. And then Cullen, which, you know, Cullen was a little guy when he was here. Cullen had 5 catches for 65 yards and a couple of touchdowns.
It's the brother hookup.
Yeah, so the Shaners are hooking up over
he's
there.
Probably a freshman, sophomore?
I believe one's a junior, one's a sophomore. Freshman, maybe. I don't remember that. Yeah, Tyler's a junior. But Cullen's I think he's a sophomore. Doesn't seem like that, does it? Seems like there's a bigger difference between the two.
He's probably a freshman.
I don't know. I think he's sophomore. But I didn't bug Coach Shaner to come on today because I know he's
probably
didn't sleep and he's in a state of depression. But we have him come on and talk about things because he's in that 4A. You know, somebody from up north that he's probably played is going to come down here and play some of our schools eventually here for that state championship. So I thought that was interesting. Shaner having some success up there and those boys having success.
Absolutely.
There were little kids running around here.
Little farts.
And that's your high school football playoff for us.
Rundown.
The playoffs.
Williamsville won last night.
Oh yeah,
you didn't cover any 2A.
I didn't get down there because I was trying to work with some teams we see and all that, and throw Shaner in the mix. But up in Dixon. So.
Movie trivia.
Yeah, now we're going to movie trivia.
Yeah, let's get to it right now. Give us a call at 217-871-4930. And we're going to play a movie clip for you. If you can call us and answer the movie title, you're going to win a pair of tickets to the Clintonia for a movie of your choice, but it does expire at the end of November, so win those tickets and get them used up ASAP. Name this movie clip.
Shut the up. Oh, Rapid is. Am I starting to get you ain't getting at me. You're just making my eardrums hurt. See, the thing is, you guys look at me, you see the backwards hat, the gray socks, the funky outfit, and you say, now this guy's a chump, am I right? No, geek. A geek, exactly. Like but what you don't realize is that it ain't easy. It is hard work making something this pretty look like a chump or a geek. So I must be doing it for a reason. Well, you got me convinced, whatever the reason may be. Fact is, I missed this shot, I walk away, I'm still a chump. Just go ahead and walk away. You know the answer? You missed, and you've been beat, well, not once, but twice by a slow, white, geeky.
An answer for your movie.
All right, go ahead, caller.
That is White Men Cannot Jump with Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson.
That's correct. Holy Congratulations. Cow. And who are we talking with?
Mark Stolzenberg again.
Oh,
nice to hear from you guys so soon.
Hey, I hope he's not calling collect. We're not paying for these calls, Stolze.
Oh, yeah, you are.
Oh, yeah.
Is he calling collect over there?
We're just thrilled somebody
I thought you were going to make a bad comment about my swing earlier. I was real happy that you gave me the compliment. So I figured I'd call back in.
I've watched all the Stolzenbergs play. They all have that sweet swing. And and they get it from their mom. And Ann, I hope you're listening. There you go. See,
that's hilarious.
Do you do a lot of golfing, Mark?
Yeah, a whole lot,
and you get your daughter out obviously as much as you can.
Yeah.
You're going out there today?
Oh yeah.
You know what?
Yeah, season's about over. We don't live in Florida. You got to get in while you can.
You're exactly right.
If it's not snowing or raining, you're out there, Joe.
No, I'm not.
But deer hunting this morning, golf in the afternoon.
Wow, do you have it made?
Yeah, he's got a.
Yeah, see, you're on me. This guy's out there all the time.
That's what I mean. It's nice.
Yeah, you got it made. I'm going to tell you that, Stoltz. You were a heck of a football player too.
Well, I had a hell of a freshman coach.
What position?
I remember a couple of plays we had there that you ought to talk about on air sometime.
No, I don't talk about that stuff anymore.
Yeah. Well, there were only 3 plays. I know you can remember.
Oh, I can remember.
The lightest playbook in football history.
Yeah, but you know what? It meant everybody knew what they were doing.
Yeah, that's right. Some of the guys we had, we probably needed to keep it that simple.
Well, you know, it's not about what you can do; it's about what you know. So yeah.
Yeah.
And Joe knows 3 plays.
Yeah, it's all you need. You know,
that's right. That's right.
If you know 3 plays pretty well, you can win.
Yeah, you run those 3 plays well, you shouldn't need any more.
That's right.
That's right.
But linemen were always the smartest, best-looking kids on the team. That's
the linemen. Absolutely.
Yep. Yeah, that's exactly right.
I know that's why you put me there instead of like tight end or something. You know.
Well, I wanted you to be a running back, and I thought, no, he's too good looking and smart, so you went down the line.
Speed didn't have anything to do with that?
No, not at this point.
Okay.
Not at this point in time. By far the toughest, Stolzenberg.
Yeah. Well, hey, stay on the line. Jim's going to tell you how you can get your tickets. Or
we'll get you tickets.
Just come get it from Joe. They do expire November 30th, so you want to get those.
Okay.
We'll get you taken care of.
You got like 4 weeks to use them. So
yeah, that sounds good. The way that I am, I'll have it done in a day.
No, I know that. We may as well not even give them to you, but we'll get them to you.
All right. All right. Hey, thanks for calling.
Thanks for the call.
All right.
Yeah. See ya.
See ya. Hey, yeah.
This in from the Pool Man.
The Pool Man, Troy Pool.
Jim Thome lives in Chicago area and works for the MLB Network.
Yeah, see, we didn't know that. And I'm going to tell you right now, the Pool Man knows all this
There's
stuff.
a lot of things we don't know. And if it wasn't for the Pool Man, Joel Vincent, he's a very good fact checker, sports knowledge guy. He keeps us up to date.
I saw him yesterday, actually.
Yeah?
And we talked about that, kind of laughed and said, we need your said he listens every morning, so Joel, there's a shout out
there's
to you.
A big shout out because I mean we'll throw something there just off the wall and then boom, there's the answer right there. So
yeah, he said he said he'd call in and win prizes, but we needed better prices.
Yeah, I agree.
So
I mean,
I said we're doing what we can.
Yeah, I mean donuts, pizza, Knights Action Park, and movie theater tickets. Just it's about all we can offer right
now. Come up and have your picture taken with Michael Jordan.
Mike Singletary.
Yeah, either one of them. Or heck, if for a small, I don't know what it is, it's $25 or something, and get their picture taken with us, the whole crew.
25, yeah.
Is it 25? Right. Yeah, but we do have discounts on that.
There is a coupon.
There's a coupon attached. Well, let's talk a little bit Illinois football.
Let's do that. Big game today as they travel west to Nebraska. Big game for the Fighting Illini. We had some Fighting Illini basketball last night too, Joe. So things are looking pretty good in Champaign right now.
Oh, I think Champaign's
very exciting. I had the opportunity to walk through their new practice facility. You want to talk about top notch?
Impressive.
Very impressive. I bet there's NFL teams that don't have these nice of facilities, guaranteed. And that's a big seller for recruitment, and and for rehab. Kids get hurt. They have every piece of equipment, every known medical gadget that you can even imagine. So football as well. They have a new practice facility as well. So things are on the up and up over in Champaign.
That's great. And if look at it, we got 2 games before we go to Michigan. And wouldn't it be fun to go over that big house and beat those guys?
Yeah.
At least go in there with winning these next 2 and go in there and have Michigan be undefeated and go in there and play at the big house.
And today's game is very winnable. Going over Nebraska,
sure.
Nebraska fires their coach after week 2, week 3. Scott Frost, a longtime coach and player at Nebraska, and just wasn't getting it done.
He was a great college football player.
Oh yeah,
too.
Quarterback.
Yeah,
and just wasn't getting things done on the coaching side, and they get rid of him, and Nebraska got a little lightning in a bottle there and went on maybe a little bit of run, and they're right back in the midst of winning that division of the Big Ten, and but Illinois on top right now. Had a week off, so they've had 2 weeks to prepare for Nebraska. So you got to think that when you got 2 weeks to prepare for someone, plus you're a little bit rested, and getting some of those bumps and bruises taken care of, that they're going to come in this game fresh, have a good game plan, because I tell you what, Coach B is
he's the man.
Phenomenal coach.
He's the man.
And, you know, we saw it at Wisconsin, and, you know, we didn't really follow him much when he went down to Arkansas and then over to the NFL, but great hire by Josh Whitman to get him back in the college ranks. Very smart football coach, and, you know, just the future of Illinois football is looking pretty good.
Yeah, and the other thing about Bielema is, you know, that's had that contact with him through Coach Shaner.
Yeah.
Because they're friends of the family. So I've, you know, had always been following him and watched him go, you know, from Wisconsin down there and then come back. And it was like, yeah, that guy's been around. He knows everything. And talking about Scott Frost, the good thing about that occupation is there's probably someone waiting right there to pay him more money to come to their school. That's what, you know, that's a great industry. You know, lose your job somewhere and go somewhere else, make more money.
Speaking of, you had a trip last weekend and went over to Denver. Did you go?
Yeah.
Did you go through the back door? Did you find Jake?
No, did not find Jake.
No, Jake Plummer.
But I'm going to tell you, I have plans, so we won't talk about them. But I went last weekend and watched Boise State at the Air Force, and it was awesome. What a great place that is, and it's, you know, just a whole different atmosphere, because I had never been to one of those games, a military game, and then watched the Broncos and Jets on Sunday, and that's a great place, incredible. We had good seats, so yeah, I took a little trip to Denver. There you go.
Things aren't real good in Denver right now, are they?
No, and I can't believe that. Well, I'll tell you what, the place was, well, they had 6,000 no-shows. So I don't know what it seats, but they put that up on the board, 6,000 no-shows. So the place is still pretty packed, and the crowd's there, and it's, you know, an awesome stadium. And
what's wrong with Russell Wilson?
I don't know, man. What's wrong with Tom Brady?
Old.
Well, yes.
Bad.
Russell Wilson's old.
Divorced.
Yeah, Tom's got a few problems going on, and I'm a big Brady guy. We all know.
We all know that.
Well, you know, maybe the fairy tale's over with. I hope not, but, you know.
It's over.
Yeah. I don't know. You know, once he gets through this mess he has going on, he may come back next year strong.
You just lost last 2 weeks. Well, it was last
lost
week
3 in a row
to Carolina, who traded McCaffrey, Robbie Anderson, Baker Mayfield's garbage. That's half of your offense right there. You lost to them.
Yes, you are correct.
And then they just lost to...
but they don't have anybody. Like, the receivers are gone.
Mike Evans in there. Godwin's not there.
Godwin just came back. Just came back.
You lost Gronkowski. That's it.
Gronk's huge, too. But they got that Brate in there. I don't have any answers.
Cameron Brate's a solid tight end. Tom Brady's just old. It's time to go bye-bye.
I think what they're doing
I think he should have just hung it up on a good note.
Yeah, well, we all say that. You know, I mean,
we got a Tampa Bay fan over here. But Lloyd, man, he's been in heaven the past couple years.
Just
you got Tampa Bay last year, now Philly.
It's made him look younger.
He's got a little spring in his step. Look at him. He's glowing.
Well, do you think your boy over in Green Bay's done too?
Aaron? I don't know physically, but mentally, that dude's just whacked. He's throwing teammates under the bus. He's lost the locker room. Man, he's just a train wreck.
Yeah, it's been...
and I love it.
I was going to say, as a Packer fan, or as a Bear fan, I knew you loved it.
You know, it's a good day when the Bears win or the Green Bay Packers lose.
And tell you what, and here come the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah, November 1st, you can catch them on Hard Knocks mid-season. I want to watch that.
I think it will be entertaining because they're a messed up group of dudes too.
Yeah.
My gosh.
But, you know, they're still in it. You get Hopkins back.
Yeah, Hopkins is back.
You know, James Conner, he's not playing again this week, so you're kind of a little short on the running back area. But
tough game at Minnesota.
Arizona's one of those teams that they're talking that still has a pretty good fighting chance. I don't know how true that is.
I want to believe, but I just don't believe.
Yeah,
so there you go.
They're still in it, and the Carolina Panthers, they win this week. They're winning that division. That NFC South is crap. To put it lightly, is it South or East? NFC South. Yeah.
South.
Boy, that football is just down. So I hope Joe's showing me the time. Sorry, bud. That means it's time to go.
It's time. Jim's looking at me, staring at me.
And
I got trick-or-treaters waiting.
They're lined up.
Oh, are they?
Trick-or-treaters waiting.
Oh, it's 10 o'clock. All right.
They're holding up signs. Donuts.
They
want those frozen candy bars out of my truck that I haven't got out
yet. All right, that's going to do it for us today on the Cheap Seats. We'll talk to you next week.
Good day.
Preceding program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.